Do you like my onesie? I'm at the height of style and comfort, being top boss of a onesie gang. That's one Z gang. I have a business email that I use for business. And sometimes a lot of the things that get sent to me get filtered through into the spam folder. Sometimes things that I actually do want to see and read. So sometimes I need to go into the spam folder to make sure there isn't anything in there that I actually do want to see or actually is important. But occasionally I'll just sort of scroll through to have a look at some of the garbage that I get sent. And there was one that caught my eye. There was one that caught my attention and seemed particularly interesting, and it led to a little bit of a funny interaction that I don't know why. I just felt like sharing it. Hi, I am Mr. Gerd Kirchhoff, a German citizen. I am writing you from a prison in Dubai, United Arab Emirates. You know, not the other Dubai. I would like to discuss something with you. Please reply. Thanks and best regards. Usually I would ignore stuff like this, but the man did say please, so I absolutely had to respond because manners will get you everywhere. Seems fake, but sure I'll bite. What is it? Now, I'm obviously playing it safe here. The internet is a very, very dangerous place. You have absolutely no idea who any of these people are online. You might get catfished. You might get catfished by a woman who's trying to steal your precious seed. Hi, thanks so much for your positive response. I don't really feel like I was being positive. I actually feel like I was being a little bit cheeky, but okay, Gurdy. I am a man of peace. Okay, this fantastic to know, and I must confess that you are highly welcome. You usually only confess to things that are bad. Right, you know, making me feel very welcome is not something you should confess to. Confessions are for bad things, you know, like committing a murder or stealing or liking Steins Gate. I am writing you from a secured mini laptop here in the prison, and no one is aware of my communication with you. I'm enjoying this so far. It's already very secret agent. This is something special. I already feel like fucking 007. Yeah, you know, the budget version, you know, 006. Instead of fancy gadgets and rocket cars and all that type of stuff, we use Gmail. I advise that you should keep it private. It'll be fine. We'll just keep this between me and the 600-odd thousand of you. I am writing you from Alawir Central Prison in Dubai. 3 years ago I was travelling from Dubai to my country Germany. At the airport I met this lady who was on transit. She pleaded with me to keep watch on her 5-year-old daughter so that she could quickly use the washroom. Pleaded with me. And then come back to pick up her child. Okay, first of all, why is this woman asking a completely random stranger to look after her 5-year-old child when why doesn't she just take the child to the washroom with her like all parents do? In fact, this guy's picture. I mean, look at this boy's picture. I mean, is this the type of guy who you would ask to watch your 5-year-old child? This guy's got Operation U-Tree written all over him. During my watch on her child, the watch, like the Night's Watch, very, very Game of Thrones, I got distracted by some French tourists who were seeking travel advice from me, and before I turned back to where the little girl was sitting beside me, I couldn't find her anymore. Well, then you fucked up. You had one job. You had one job, hurdy-gurdy. Right? If she was sitting right next to you, how the fuck did you not notice her escaping? Right? I mean, I'm starting to think that this man might be lying. Few hours later, investigation came up by the police and mother of the girl. Absolutely flawless English. And I was arrested and was taken into police custody immediately. Because apparently, you know, even though you were in an airport, you know, in Dubai, one of the wealthiest cities in the world, apparently they just can't afford CCTV, or, you know, maybe it was just a, you know, absolute coincidence that all the CCTV failed that day, you know. I think you just got Epstein, son. Later on that day, I was told that the little girl was suffering from autism, and if I had known this, I wouldn't have agreed to take care of the little girl. It's a little bit offensive, but okay. Or either got me distracted by the French tourists. I mean, if you're taking care of a child, you kind of don't get distracted anyway. You kind of always keep an eye on a child, especially if it's the child of a complete fucking stranger. You know, that didn't set any red flags off, but okay, whatever. I'm really believing this story. A week later, I was charged to court, and during my trial, I pleaded not guilty by telling them that I knew nothing about the missing girl's whereabouts. Because apparently, you know, no CCTV, you got Epsteined. It was out of carelessness the child with the autism got missing. The child with the autism. I tried to prove my innocence with evidence I had on me regarding my travel plans and destination, but yet I was wrongfully judged. I can relate, and I was accused of abduction and was sentenced to 6 years imprisonment. If anything, you got off pretty fucking easy for, you know, abducting a child. 16 months after I was imprisoned, I got information that the missing child, who was suffering from autism, was later found with a family in Abu Dhabi, who rescued her, and the child has been claimed by her parents. And I also got information that the officer in charge of my case was pronounced dead a year after I was imprisoned. Oof! Oh boy, you are just having the worst luck, son. I'm writing you because I have been abandoned in prison without any case. My prison case file has already been erased from the computer, and other relevant documents and information relating to my conviction were also declared missing since the death of the officer in charge of my case. Because that's how it works. See, whenever a police officer dies, all the information of every single case he's ever worked on just gone. Just vanishes into the fucking ether. I am not contacting you for any selfish reason, but it is of great importance and urgency. I am writing you this truth, because there is nothing to hide. It's absolutely flawless English, and you know what? I'm almost sold. I'm almost sold on this. This guy seems like an honest, reasonable motherfucker. Recently, I have been negotiating with a high-rank prison officer who wants to grant me bail, but on the condition that I will pay him and his colleagues $1 million before I will be released from prison. I mean, yeah, that guy really wants to grant you bail. You know, really, yeah, dude, man. I mean, I would love to help you out, man. And just need 1 million. Just need a small loan of $1 million. The officer made it clear to me that if I agree with his terms, then he will make me sign a bail bond agreement for my release, in the sense that once I pay them this amount, then I will be released with immediate effect. Now, my aim of contacting you is that I have a bank account which contains 9 million British pounds. Really weird that a German would have 9 million British pounds, but okay. And this funds I have placed in what we call escrow account with no beneficiary. Escrow accounts always have beneficiaries. I want you to assist me in receiving this money in your country through your bank account and get 30% of the total funds as commission. And then it will also enable me pay for my bail bond. Isn't it really weird that this guard just isn't helping you with this himself? I mean, this guard could make £1 million. Isn't it really weird that the guard's like, wow, you have £9 million and you want to give me £1 million of it? No, I'm not helping you. I have already spent 3 years in prison, and I cannot continue with the remaining 3 years. I have no other option than to pay my bail bond and then get my freedom. There is practically no risk involved. I swear with my life to guarantee you this. It will be bank-to-bank transfer. All I need from you is to provide a bank account suitable for this money, and then the deposit will be made by the bank to you based on my advice. How are you going to contact the fucking bank then? I mean, in fact, if you're able to talk to the bank, why don't you just tell them to pay that fucking stupid guard? Like, I'm trying my best to keep a fucking act up here, right? But it's just annoying. It's like the man didn't even try, right? I know, okay, a broke character. This guy didn't even fucking try to fill in all the fucking holes in his story. He hasn't even made the tiniest fucking attempt. Right, okay, back into character. I have a security access code and information of the account officer whom I will direct you to, and the job will be done. I will release this information to you on your acceptance to do this. I sincerely will appreciate if you accept to work with me and kindly respond to me immediately so I can detail you with the approach to the retrieval of the funds. I have a copy of my bail bond agreement. I will send it to you, including a copy of my passport, on receipt of your next message. I would like to know more about you. May I know your names, telephone number, and country where you are writing from? Thanks and best regards. I await your reply. Mr. Gerd Kirchhoff. Now, even though he obviously has internet access and has a laptop, let's just ignore the fact that he very well could log on to his internet banking and transfer the money himself. Let's just ignore that. Okay, let's just pretend this. Let's humour the chap and let's have a laugh. At first I wasn't really wanting to play along, so I just sort of replied with LMAO, I am sorry, Mr. Nigerian Prince, but I am afraid that I cannot assist you at this time. He then replies to obviously, clear up any concerns that I may have. Hi, thank you for responding. I got your email from an advertisement which has to do with Count Dankula TV, so I decided to contact you immediately and explain my situation to you. My situation. My intuition tells me that you are afraid to do this, but you absolutely have nothing to worry about. Your information is safe with me and will not be misused by me or anyone. I am absolutely certain, Mr. Random Person that I have met on the internet who apparently is in a Dubai prison serving time for the kidnap and murder of a young child. I am absolutely certain that you are absolutely not going to misuse my information. And I promise that nobody will know of my dealing or communication with you. Well, you heard that, guys. He promised. He promised. I mean, and that's how you know that this guy is on the up and up. He promised, and people always keep promises. That's how we can solve the world's problems. Anytime a murderer or a rapist is brought in front of a judge, we don't need to give them a prison sentence or any kind of punishment. The judge just has to look that man in the eye and say, "Do you promise never to do this again?" And the murderer's going to say, "I promise not to skin women alive anymore and wear their skins as a dress while listening to techno." That's all that's required. Well done, boys. We've just solved crime. As previously written, I placed the £9 million in an escrow account with no beneficiary, and the registered access file number is with me. With this access code and other vital information, which I have, you can receive these funds, and then you get 30% of the total funds as commission. I mean, we'll probably start to ask for half, but we're not at the negotiation stage yet. There will be no trace, investigation, or questions from anywhere or anybody in the world. That's right. No one. None of the 8 billion or so people on Earth are going to know anything about this. I sincerely will appreciate if you accept to work with me. I have attached my passport and bail bond agreement. I will require a copy of your ID, photograph or passport, at least as guarantee for me. I have absolutely no idea what guarantee that could possibly be, but the man seems on the up and up. I see absolutely no reason why I shouldn't hand over all my personal information to this man. I would like to know more about you. May I know your full names, telephone number, and country where you are writing from? I will detail you with the approach to the retrieval of the funds on receipt of your response to my mail. I am absolutely thrilled that this man wants to enter into a business partnership with me, so I decide to start the business meeting off strong. I am thrilled you would like to know more about me. My name is Bobby Joxers. My telephone number is... I actually gave him my mate's mobile number. I currently live in Dubai, UAE. My father works as a prison guard and tells me stories of a prisoner who somehow has a laptop and is serving a lengthy sentence for yeeting a retard. For some reason it took a couple of emails for my Nigerian comment to kick in, because he begins this email with, "I am not a Nigerian, and I will never be." Well, certainly not with an attitude like that, hurdy-gurdy. You can be anything you want if you put your mind to it. You just need to reach for the stars and aim high. You just need to work hard. You just need to have passion. You just need to have drive. And even you can be Nigerian. Anyone can be Nigerian. Some of the most unexpected people on earth can be Nigerian. Like Jussie Smollett's attackers. I know about the Nigerian scams, and I was also a victim in 2010. I paid more than $300,000 to the Nigerian scammer who contacted me for importation of hospital equipment. So please, do not worry. Your information are safe with me, okay? I mean, I don't really feel like my information is safe with you, especially if you've just admitted to getting conned out of $300,000 because you handed information over to a Nigerian scammer. I decided that if I was going to, really help this gentleman, that, I expected something in return. I required some kind of, at least, validation at first to make sure that this man really was in the up and up, because so far I can tell that absolutely everything he is saying is 100% completely genuine. Absolutely genuine. I mean, this man seems like a trustworthy fellow. I just needed a little bit more just to put any concerns I had to rest. I understand your very dire situation, but I am afraid I shall require more proof that you are in fact in prison. Can you send me a picture of you in prison holding up a sign that says, "Subscribe to Count Dankula" for verification that your story is true? I really do wish to help. I just need to make sure that this is not a scam. Because I mean at this point, I'm just really not sure. He then replies to me, "Please, I am not asking you for much. I just need your assistance to get this fund, and then I can pay the prison officers and gain my freedom. While in prison, sending you a picture of me in prison will be very difficult. We are not allowed to use gadgets or telephones here. The mini laptop which I am using here in prison does not belong to me. I paid in order to use the laptop, and my time to use the laptop is limited. If not, I will get caught by the prison warders, and it might increase my trouble here in prison. If not, I would have sent you everything which you will require from me, so that you will have no doubts. I have already sent you my passport and my bail bond agreement." So the guy does send me some documentation to further confirm his story. He sent me this, which is a bail bond agreement, and I don't know what a Dubai bail bond agreement looks like, so to me this probably very well could be one that he's just edited some information on. For all I know, this could be the real deal. He did, however, actually send me like a legitimate actual picture of a passport. Now, this passport clearly belongs to someone that he's scammed in the past, so I'm blurring it for this video. I'm not actually going to show this, but like the guy did legitimately send me a passport for a man named Hurdy-Gurdy. So while I'm sitting there, looking at this guy's passport and reading through the bail document, for some reason, just completely out of nowhere, he just sends me an email saying, "Are you dumb?" my good man, we were having a very rational business meeting. I was in the middle of reading the documentation that you provided me with, right? I was quite frankly very, very hurt, and I decided to let him know just how much he hurt my feelings. My friend, how rude of you. I wish to save you from languishing in prison. Do you not desire freedom? I am very willing to help you be free like a beautiful butterfly. Like a beautiful butterfly. While I make some of that cash monies. However, if you desire my help, then I shall require the evidence from you that you are in fact a real person. I don't find that unreasonable. All I ask is for you to simply hold up a sign saying "Subscribe to Count Dankula," and then I shall give you any information that your heart desires. He replies, "Even if I wish to hold the word written "Subscribe to Count Dankula," Frommel, where should I get a camera so take a picture? Are you sure you are normal?" My good man, I am normal. So normal that I know that most laptops have a webcam. Or maybe you could ask a prisoner to borrow a phone. Some prisoners keep them up their butthole. So please remember to give the lens a good wipe before you take the picture. I think I just thought of a great idea for an Instagram filter. The man then obliges. He sends me a picture of him in prison holding up a sign that says "Subscribe to Count Dankula." It's just, I feel so foolish. I feel so foolish, guys. This entire time, I've been making fun of this guy. I've been laughing at his story. I've been taking the piss out of this entire scenario, you know, making fun of him. And now he's just posted, you know, undeniable photo evidence of him in prison. I have been a fool. I have been a fool. I sat there mocking this man while he languishes in prison for a crime he didn't commit. And I sat there and I made fun of him. Okay? You know who belongs in prison? Me. Me. For being a heartless swine and not believing this man's obviously true, heartfelt, you know, sorrowful story. I have been such a fool. There, of course, is only one way for me to make it up to this man. As you have sent me a picture, let me also send you one as a token of our newfound friendship. Enclosed, you shall find a picture of my penis. I hope this offering is to your liking, my new best friend. Please show it to one of the guards. I did actually send him a dick pic. Some random Nigerian scammer has the only picture of my penis that exists. The only picture of my penis that exists is in the hands of a random Nigerian scammer. I am so happy that I have made a new best friend. I now have a new best friend because honest, wholesome and decent people are so hard to come by, and I am so happy that I met one, and he is now my best friend, and I am going to do everything I can to get my man Hurdy-Gurdy out of prison. Oh wait, he's actually replied. Fuck you. Rude.
It's Count Dankula on YouTube. Everybody should subscribe. Yeah.